Today I'm going to be presenting the Content Bootcamp, Aprilynne Alder's 90-day YouTube challenge. I already made this video once before. Hello, it's Sue again. But I did have this unforeseen pivot in my whole plan because it was immediately interrupted when the news broke that the National Guard was being sent to Portland. And it's an urgent, real-world event that superseded all my plans. I felt the need to pivot into rapid response videos and local coverage to show that there's really nothing going on here. The preparation in the initial plan was to do an intensive research phase and watch 30 videos on a planned kind of a basis where you are watching to find out what kind of structure you want to use, maybe some graphic tips, editing choices you might want to make, the style of your channel, and building a recipe of your own from elements that you found in other creators' material to emulate. And I found a lot of that. I had some of my structure to begin with because I robbed my website for colors and backgrounds and things like that so that it would match my existing website. So I watched the YouTube videos, 30 YouTube videos with a critical eye for pacing and studying the formats, looking at, do I want to do interviews? Do I want to do this? How do I want to present this? The framework of the content I'm trying to present is in place before I get too far carried away with spending tons of money on stuff that I may or may not need. So the sprint was supposed to be creating double the amount of videos, and I really didn't have a good idea of how many videos I was making to start with because I'd only made 4. and then all of a sudden I did the one on Foodlandia and another one. I did 2 at the very end of September, and then it was like, oh my god, now I gotta make 12 in October. I was ready to enter the sprint phase. And ta-da! All of a sudden, Portland is a battleground, apparently. Also, in case anyone thinks that I'm way too political, for me it's not so much politics. My father is older than the president. The president is his doppelganger. So I also have possibly have some insights on how to live through this. Hopefully. Like, keep your sanity, or not. I don't know. I am in Portland, so doing my best to keep Portland weird. So I was doing a Travelogue test. One of my ideas was to present footage for basically the mundane in whatever area you're in. It's mundane if you live there. When I lived in Scotland, the whole place was absolutely gorgeous, but you know, in places Americans want to travel to. But, you know, to us, it was home. I mean, you could be out walking in a sheep field and find a 2,000-year-old Roman fort. We did that on the way to Fife once. So, just walking through sheep fields, trying to dodge the little things that the critters left behind, and boom, there you are. Instead of looking at sheep dung, you're looking at a Roman fort. We don't have that in the Pacific Northwest. Oh yes we do. My friend knows how to pronounce the name of the Indians properly, but Fulton Valley, it's all about this Indian tribe. So I filmed 2 travelogue pieces so far, and I've got footage for a lot of the things that I had planned as well. I have the Everyday Legends series. I have probably 7 of those filmed at this point, including a brilliant segment with Carl Calkins' granddaughter that could be just Doesn't Pay to Keep Your Heart to Yourself Volume 3, because she's like Volume 3. I probably have a memorial that I could make of Donna Calkins because of the things that they've all said about her. She sounds like an amazing person, and I wish I could interview her, but she's gone. And this is the other problem I'm facing, is that some of these stories, it's difficult to edit because they're touching me so heavily. The people that I didn't even know until a couple of weeks ago. Just the most amazing people. I have some DIY projects. The footage for some of those is also shot. I have footage on how to cover a kitchen counter with contact paper because the paint that I'd originally used didn't work out very well. But I have some footage filmed of things that are going to wait for till spring because the rain set in. I don't know what the National Guard's going to do because they're going to have to be picking up like wet leaves out of the... once you finished your sprint, proving to yourself that you could make the content, boom, 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 post it and get it up there and evaluate it and show yourself what you really could do, then take all those concepts, and if you had one that was quite a long format, to do that on the third month of the challenge, and make a banger video that would attract a whole lot of people. That was originally my plan, was to crochet an octopus hat. And the original footage shows the moment where I decided this would be a great Portland frog hat. I have an idea. This is very frog-like. And I live in Portland Metro. This is great. And then I will have a follow-up tutorial that I've got to do on how to securely stitch the eyes onto a crochet hat. I do like to crochet. I do crochet a lot, or I have crocheted a lot, but my hands are an issue. They've been an issue since about 1995 when I was when I found out I have Sjogren's syndrome. So I'm also actively shooting footage on an event that I'm involved with through Hillsborough Parks and Recreation. Hopefully I shall have something presenting a little bit about that shortly, but it is a major commitment that I had already made, and that runs through Thanksgiving or so. Basically, I did the first 30 days in September, and then let's just pretend I skipped October entirely as far as this challenge is concerned, and I'm picking it back up and hopefully posting at least 2 videos a week for November, making it that banger for December. Hopefully we're back on the plan. This has been Sue, helping to keep Portland weird. Thanks for listening. Have a lovely day. Bye.